So knight f6. Yep. Yep, knight f6 is good. So now you're stopping this mate, developing the knight, attacking the queen. Okay. So what should white play here? So white indeed played the queen h4, but that's probably not best. It's active, but black's position is too solid for queen h4 to really work. And the queen is actually kind of misplaced on h4. Queen e2 makes some sense, but actually probably the best move is a somewhat paradoxical queen e1. So the idea behind queen e1 is that you want to defend this knight so that you can recapture with your queen. So a possible variation here would be c5, a3, bishop a5, dc5. So now if queen c5, b4 fork. So bishop takes c3, queen takes c3, queen takes c5, and now you have a 3 versus 2 queenside pawn majority. And you don't have any weaknesses on the queen side. But black should be able to get active enough to equalize here. So for example, after b4, queen c7, c5, castle b5, rook d8. Black's just going to play bishop d7 and rook c8, and he should be fine here because he has an outpost for his knight on d5. His pieces are getting out, and he should be able to blockade that pawn and go kind of try to win it if white tries to create a passed pawn. So white's slightly better here, but black should be able to draw this. So queen e1 was probably slightly better, just to maintain to defend that knight so that he can take with the queen and not have to double his pawns. But okay, he did play queen h4. Okay, so what should black play here? What should black play here? No, not g5. g5 loses a pawn, knight takes g5. No. You have to play thematically. You have to play thematically. Yeah. So remember, the two thematic ideas are c5 and e5. e5 is impossible because it's double attacked. So c5, yeah. So you don't need to castle yet. There's no danger to your king. It's better to neutralize this pawn center first. So c5 first, okay? You guys don't need to worry about castling yet. That's going to happen soon enough, so c5 first to neutralize this pawn center. Okay, and if white plays pawn takes pawn, what do we play here? So what do we play here if pawn takes pawn? Yep. This, right? And now these pawns are not the best. Not the best, right? So yeah, all these pawns are going to fall. Very good. Okay, so obviously he didn't take. He played knight e4. So what here? Trade what? Trade pawns? Trade knights? Trade queen for a pawn? I mean, what do you want to trade exactly? Yeah, if you take on e4, the problem is queen e4. And now this queen's good again. Now I'm attacking this way, I'm attacking this way. Why do you bring your queen, why do you bring white's queen back into the middle? Now castle mate. That's forced. No, that's not forced. But yeah, so pawn takes pawn. You want to play c5 to take, so take. Yeah, cd4. Okay, so cd4, knight d4. Okay, now what? Yep, it's forced. Forced to get mated. Okay, so what here? b6? Oh, no, 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 no. Okay, are you worried about knight takes f6 here? Well, bishop c5, then I could take on c5, and then you lose your two bishops, so. Not sure if you want to do that necessarily. But yeah, the right move is castling. Yeah, the right move is castling. So black has pretty much neutralized most of white's advantages. There's no center now. All these pawns are gone. Only this pawn's left. He got his bishop out. This bishop is about to come out. And he's ready to get his rooks out. So everything's fine. So white tries to seek refuge in some sort of endgame. So knight takes f6. What happens here? Yep. So queen takes, obviously. Yeah. If pawn takes, this pawn hangs. Don't forget that. So yeah, queen takes is forced. So queen takes, pawn takes. Okay, now rook fd1. So who's better here? Who's better here? Draw. Yeah. So it's pretty much equal. So white has slight advantage in the fact that his pawns, he has a 3 versus 2 queenside majority, and he has slightly crippled black's pawns. But black has the 2 bishops, and the position is fairly open. White has slightly in development, but yeah, this is roughly equal. So the question is here, what should black play? So what should black play? This is a star move. This is a star move. No, it's not a bad opening for white. Black has to play accurately to defend. And white has no risks of losing, so it's not bad. I mean, black was a grandmaster, so I mean, so was white, but I mean, just because white's not clearly better doesn't mean it's a bad opening. But like I showed you before, he didn't play the most ambitious move order. He didn't play the DC4 stuff. So I mean, this is how most of chess is. It's equal. So what's the star move? What's the star move? Very good. It's f5. So what's the point of f5? So the point of f5 is to control this square, and this bishop is going to come to that square. So it's going to go here and here, and put pressure on this pawn. So you make room for the bishop, and you control e4. Because, for example, if you play like bishop d7 here, bishop e4 is kind of awkward, right? Because now I'm threatening this pawn, and if rook b8, then knight c2, I'm threatening two bishops now. So you have to be careful with stuff like that. So you lose the piece here. So, yeah, f5 first. Okay? So rook a c1. Now what? Now what? Okay, we'll gain a tempo first on the knight. So bishop e2. Okay, and now what?